I decided to let's start over. Oh, I feel like an idiot. Whatever. Ooh, I like that. Like, you do not need to be with this man. Like, this man is taking your youth. I love telling women to say f their partner's feelings. You need to be by yourself and love yourself, because this relationship is not working. I kind of wanted to do like a chit chat get ready with me, because I feel like in my videos it's not like, you don't really see my personality and who I really am. Whoever watches this, you'll get to know me. So also, it gets me out of my comfort zone. I'm like always afraid to tell people about myself and like talk to other people, so I tend to like kind of be quiet in the corner. So this is a way for me to get out of my comfort zone too. I feel like those girls on TikTok that have like, you know, that thick headband? It's like super thick, and every time someone puts it on, it looks huge, but besides the fact that it absolutely doesn't hold any hair back. I think it's cute though, but it's definitely not giving what it's supposed to give when it comes to headbands. I wonder if I should move back so you can see my little ears. I'm getting in the festive spirit. I love Valentine's Day. I used to hate it, but now I love it because I'm with my fiance, so it's way more enjoyable. So, oh, and I decided this is not going to be like a normal chit chat get ready with me. I thought it would be fun to make it a drink with me chit chat get ready with me, which may turn into a tipsy chit chat get ready with me. Who knows? This is a white wine from not Costco. I was about to say Costco, Trader Joe's. It's like $6 a bottle, and it's one of my favorite wines. Also, I like it because it doesn't have a corkscrew, because corkscrews kind of annoy me. Oh, is that a lot? I always fill my wine up a little more. Ooh, I like that. I feel like I'm not even going to start doing my makeup. This is all I'm going to do. It felt like a really good idea as I was like thinking of it in my head, but now like that I'm talking to the camera, I'm like getting nervous. Nobody's here. Why am I nervous? I'm so nervous. Ugh, I feel like an idiot. Whatever. And I'm drinking water. Make sure you drink water, because I'm not gonna lie, I took like 2 sips. I'm a lightweight high key, so a part of me thinks that maybe I shouldn't have done this before the dinner, because I'm going to be tipsy before the dinner. Good thing it's not a first date with a guy that I barely know. But since I'm going on a date with my fiance, I thought I would talk more about him. Because I feel like a lot of people find out that I'm engaged, and I'm not wearing my ring because I never wear my ring while I do my makeup. But I feel like a lot of people, when they find out that I'm engaged so young, they kind of, there's a whole bunch of assumptions that they put in their head. I feel like honestly one of the big reasons why people get engaged young and married young has to do with like religious reasons, which that's not one of the reasons. Well, that's not any of the reason. Or like the spouse is in the military or something like that, which neither of us are in the military. So I feel like it kind of shocks people that I got engaged so young. I don't know. To me, it doesn't feel young. And it's also the same with my fiance. I think that's also because of our parents. Well, my mom didn't get married young, but she had kids young. And I'm like, girl, as long as I don't have kids young, I'm okay with whatever I do. Because that seems miserable. At my age, my mom already had 2 kids. This age, Max's mom was already married with a child. So to us, it doesn't seem like a lot. But I can understand why to other people, it's like, oh my god, you're engaged super young. I think everyone's idea of what a relationship should be at this age is very different from the way my relationship is. Honestly, the people around me, and I can think of like a nice group of people, I would have never, ever been in a relationship like that where I feel like a man is controlling me and limits me. Like, I would never in my life, like, I got a degree and I got an education, and I would have never stopped that for any man. I would have left someone. And honestly, being with Max doesn't limit me in any ways. Like, I could see the shock because there's a couple people in my life who I'm like, girl, see, you need to be by yourself and love yourself because this relationship is not working. Like, you do not need to be with this man. Like, this man is taking your youth. Or this person is taking your youth. How could you allow that? I just wouldn't let that shit fly in my relationship, to be honest with you. And honestly, I don't think I would ever be with a man that limits me in any type of way. Because there's no way you need me to stop doing anything that shows any type of identity outside of yourself for me, for you to be able to do things. Because I feel like a lot of times when, like, your partner is like, you need to stop doing this so you can help me with this, I feel like they're just taking away the one thing that you have for yourself, or one of the many things that you have going on for yourself that's personal to your identity. And when it gets to the point where your partner is taking away your identity, that's a huge red flag. You should have an identity and a personality outside of your relationship. Granted, especially if you're planning on marrying someone and getting in a long-term relationship with them and building a life with them, obviously you're going to have some type of identity and personality connected to them. You should not be fully just, oh, I'm known because of the partner that I'm with. It should not be that. You should have your own personality and have the things that you love. Any partner of yours tells you you have to stop doing things, leave them. Because I'm going to be real with you, a lot of times in relationships, they test boundaries in the beginning. So if you allow certain things, they're just going to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. And that's why I think when it comes to relationships, it's really, really important to set boundaries. And I feel like a lot of times people are afraid to set boundaries because they're afraid to admit that something makes them uncomfortable and they don't want to hurt their partner's feelings. Let them cry about it, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one crying because you didn't set boundaries, and this person's going to continuously push your boundaries because you didn't set them. And once it gets to the point where they, like, push a boundary to a certain point, like, they went past the line, they're going to do it continuously. Come on, we are too old to be letting people treat us like crap. And also, setting boundaries doesn't have to just be in your relationship too. It could be in your friendships, with your family. Family is harder. I still struggle with that to this day, setting boundaries with people in my family. I'm just mean. Like, instead of setting boundaries, I just, like, snap, and that's not a good way to go out in this world. You should be more than an angry person, but I'm gonna go too into, like, my makeup because it's supposed to be more of, like, a chit chat, get ready with me. But I wonder what's the next thing that I want to talk about. I've already talked about boundaries, which I could have these conversations for days because I love telling women to say their partner's feelings, or anyone. I do want to say that I love filming these videos, and I find a lot of joy filming any type of video, even if it's, like, out of my comfort zone. I will say one of the biggest cons, though, is my body image issues have gotten so much worse since filming myself. Listen, I'm a realistic person. I understand that I'm not the smallest person. Granted, I've never been. I've always been a bigger person. I'm like 5'10". Well, I think I am. I'm taller than 5'7". Over 200 pounds. Like, I'm a big girl. I'm not denying the size that I am. But I feel like when I see myself on camera, I look bigger than I actually am. And it's been, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's been affecting me. But you know what? I think there's more important things to care about. I keep on trying to say that, like, or keep on trying to tell myself that I'm lucky in the fact that, like, I'm healthy no matter what size I am. I take care of myself. I go to the gym 5 to 6 times a week. I work out for at least an hour every single day. I take care of myself, so I shouldn't be beating myself up about my body. But within the last couple years, I think the last 4 years, I've gained almost like 100 pounds. And that's a very personal thing for me to say because I'm actually embarrassed that I gained that much weight. But I was on a medication. It caused me to gain weight, and now I'm off of it, and I'm slowly starting to lose the weight. It took me 4 years to gain all of this weight, so it might take me 4 years to lose all of it, to be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, I really, honestly am extremely lucky, and I need to acknowledge that sometimes, truthfully. I'm lucky with the life that I have, in the body that I have. I'm healthy. There's no reason why I should be beating myself up. I'm doing what I need to do. I eat healthy, and I work out, and I take care of myself, and I should be proud of that and give myself credit. Because, you know, that's something that anyone should be proud of, truthfully. I don't know. I guess I just beat myself up about it too much. And my body image issues are just getting worse and worse. And I just don't know what to do about it. Like, I look at it as, in a way, like a lucky weight gain. Because at the end of the day, I really started gaining a lot of weight when I got with my fiance. And some of it is, like, just happy weight. And, like, that's lucky in itself, the fact that I'm in a relationship that I love and I feel comfortable enough to be able to eat and enjoy my time with my partner. And I'm lucky in that. I'm lucky in the fact that I'm healthy, and I'm lucky in the fact that my body could do so many things that probably most people don't think someone my size could do. And I keep on acknowledging the fact that, like, when I was 17, I was so much smaller. Like, I wish I could go to that size. First of all, girl, you are not a 17-year-old freaking child. But I keep on talking about how I want to go back to that weight, but I don't acknowledge the struggles that I went through during that time. Like, this is the wrong brush. One of the struggles that I really went through during that time was the fact that I was starving. Like, I was genuinely hungry. I would work out every day for about 2 hours a day, truthfully, because I had the time. In a way, I had the time. I really didn't, but I was making the time to do it. I was so hungry. The only meal that I would genuinely have would be like a low-calorie Taco Bell meal, because Taco Bell, you could basically customize everything, and it's cheap. So I would have, like, a low-calorie Taco Bell meal, eat one meal a day. Super miserable. And I was stressed out of my mind because I was applying to colleges. So I tried to make it seem like, oh my god, I want to go back to that weight. In reality, I was hungry and stressed out, and that's the reason why I lost like 50, 60 pounds. That's not something to celebrate. I was miserable. To keep on telling myself, did it feel good being that weight? And most of the time, I could say, no, it did not feel good. The fact that I'm able to go to nicer restaurants, like the restaurant that I'm going to tonight, like, girl, I might get creme brulee. And yes, is creme brulee not the best for you? And is it high calories? Yeah. I mean, the disordered eating in me wants to acknowledge that. But also, the lucky girl in me wants to acknowledge the fact that, girl, you getting high quality creme brulee. Like, you're eating at a 5-star restaurant. You're having expensive drinks and nice food. Like, girl, how about you acknowledge that instead of acknowledging the fact that the creme brulee has 1,000 calories in it? If you were on your deathbed, you'd be like, I shouldn't have had creme brulee at a nice 5-star restaurant on a date with my fiance on Valentine's Day. I highly doubt I would say that. And let's be real, I highly doubt any of y'all would say that. So, despite the fact that I'm saying I'm having body issues looking at myself on camera, I still post the videos even if I don't like the way I look, because I'm trying to push myself out of the comfort zone, and I want to, like, teach myself, who the hell cares, like, truthfully. But I also am thankful for the fact that I don't get, like, hate comments. Well, not a lot of people comment on my videos anyway, but I'm very grateful for the fact that I don't have any hate comments about my weight. I feel like now that I'm acknowledging it, someone's gonna say something. I hope not, but I want to teach younger girls that who cares? Like, who cares with the way you look? That stuff doesn't matter. Like, your body on a daily basis does so much for you. Does so much for you. And you're sitting here repaying it by what? Starving yourself? Starving yourself is going to make you not healthy, believe it or not. Starving yourself and having disordered eating, oh my god, it's not healthy. It's not actually good for your body. So, I'm starting to feel like the makeup look that I'm doing now is not going to really match what I'm going to be wearing. which, whoopsie, I kind of been winging it high key. Going into the New Year's, because I really want to talk about it, I've been trying to shift my mentality. You're an extremely goal-oriented person. You don't feel like you achieved your goals. You feel like you met a deadline and you're relieved that the deadline is over. Imagine looking at life like that. When you're so goal-oriented, it really genuinely takes the joy out of doing things. And I really don't want to lose joy in life. Like, I feel like in life you get so little wins. Most of life is learning from things that you failed at. Most of the time you have to learn from your mistakes. So if you focus on just winning and achieving these goals, you're just going to be miserable, because those are like few and far between when it comes to life. And I like talking about that because it goes further into the fact that, like, this is it. Like, stop feeling like if you're going to be happy if you do this by this time. But then by the time you achieve this goal, like, one example is, like, if I get this job in this career that pays me 6 figures by the time I'm 25, I'm going to be happy. Then you hit 25 and achieve that goal, and then you're like, well, this is it? Like, what am I supposed to do now? It's just the sense of feeling like I finished a deadline, and I finished the deadline at 25 of getting a career that pays 6 figures and it's a good, stable career. Now what? Now what? Like, girl, there is no end goal. This is it, girl. This is it. You gotta try to find the joy in what you see on a daily basis, because your daily life is the one thing that's happening every day. Let's say you succeed in getting your career, you get the job, that's one day out of the life. Working the job is the rest of the days out of the life. You're like, oh, I don't care if I like it as long as it's a 6-figure paying job. Yeah, well, you get the check. What do you get paid? Most career jobs pay you quarterly or bi-weekly. You get paid, what, twice a month? That's 2 days out of the month that you get the joy. Girl, it is not what it's cracked up to be. Find joy in daily life. If you find joy making dinner every night and enjoying dinner with your partner or your family, you're going to find joy mostly every single day of life. You're going to find joy in life. If you're a person who's like, I'm only happy when I go to the club and drink, or when I go out with my friends on the weekends, girl, that's 2 days out of the week. That means you have 5 days out of the week where you're just sitting there like, I can't wait till this week is over and I meet this deadline from work and then I could go out this weekend. That's 2 days of joy, 1 day probably because you're going to go out and then the next day is recovering. When you had 5 days where you could have done something that you enjoyed, that could have made you happy. You know, that's like the big issue like that everyone needs to work on, including myself, because I'm an extremely, I will say it here, I'm not a positive person. I'm a negative person. I'm a realistic person. I am a dark cloud coming into the room most of the time. And I really want to change that. I have to do my lashes off camera. Girl, oh, I need a drink after doing all of that. Like, if you're a... Maybe I should stop. Your girl is done. My chair. I just like spilled this little bit of wine I had left all over my makeup. So I was about to pour me another glass. I think it's time for me to accept that I'm done. If you're a girl who could like easily put on lashes and make them look good every time you do it, I don't like you. I'm hating from outside of the club because I could never. It took me an hour just to put those on. I'm not even joking. I got this primer from e.l.f., this Power Grip. I got the pink one and not the green one. And girl, it's legit. But can we just talk about how e.l.f. used to be like this cheap brand? I swore the most expensive thing you could get from e.l.f. was like a foundation for like $10. That primer was $10 in itself. Girl, have the times changed? Have the tables been turning. Oh, I actually wanted to go into what I've been watching lately. I look crazy on the television. I've been watching Naruto. I haven't been reading a lot of manga, and I've been loving it. I'm in Shippuden. I'm gonna be real with you. I did not like... Ooh, girl, am I running out? I did not like the original Naruto that much. I felt like it was so slow. There was like no story, no nothing. I did not like Naruto that much. But Shippuden, or if that's how you say it, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I love. And the episode I watched last night, and I regret watching it because it's kind of been truthfully killing my vibe and my mood, is the episode with his mother. It was such an emotional episode, and I hated watching it. The episode that I last watched was called Thank You, which I think anyone who's watched Naruto knows what episode I'm actually talking about. I never want to watch that episode again. I don't like watching emotional episodes, which is why, like, I really don't do good with, like, shoujos and stuff. And I've watched the other big three. Bleach is my favorite anime, which it's, like, kind of the underdog of the big three, but it is what it is. And will I say they have emotional moments, especially, like, One Piece. Let's be real. The whole series is just an emotional roller coaster. But it doesn't get me that emotional. Naruto is the only... That sound is crazy. Is the only anime that I've watched that actually made me cry within the first arc. In every arc, there's an emotional moment. I hate it because I don't like being emotional. Ugh. I've an issue with my emotions. What can I say? Another show that I've been watching a lot of has been Bling. I was about to say Bling Ring. Bling Ring is not the show I've been watching. Bling Empire. And I've been watching the New York version because I caught up on the OG series. I do like the New York one more. I truthfully think it's like way better. The drama is there. I think also everyone in the series is younger, so there's more social things that they're doing. But I love it, and I think it's so good, but also I watch shows like that to humble me. Watching shows like that shows how much being rich does not guarantee anything except the fact that you have a bigger bank account, because, girl, some of these relationships are so depressing to watch, because it's like, you guys are only friends because you guys are in the same tax bracket. There is like so much drama in New York about, I don't remember what the kid's name was, but Dorothy was one of like the girls who it was a problem with, and some other girl, I don't remember her name. I don't remember most people's name. The only reason why I remember Dorothy is because she was on the original Bling Ring or Bling Empire, and she's on New York too. But the crazy thing about it is the fact that it's this whole drama about how she feels like her friend is using her for clout. And I do see where she's coming from, but also it kind of like messes me up because she honestly isn't like a hustler, in my opinion. Because if she was, she would not be judging her friend for what he's doing. When your friend, especially when you're hustling and you have a group of friends that you're hustling and grinding with and doing a lot of things with, and you guys have like your own career paths, you like take any chance to support your friend. And it just kills me how she's like judging her friend for wanting her support, because she's like, oh, it feels like using, which I can understand. It can definitely feel like that, but also a part of me is like, girl, that's your friend. Because like any true friend would be like, hell yeah, I'll like go to your med spa, or I'll do this, and I'll even pay, and I'll post about it, because like I know how hard it is to get into business, and I want you to do good. Friend's really just trying to, you know, he's just trying to make it happen and build his career and be a successful person. I don't think he's necessarily wrong for wanting to do that. I don't know. Everyone's different. Everyone looks at the world different. I don't think there's right or wrong. I understand where both sides are coming from. But also a part of me is like, girl, how do you think your father got his money? You don't think he was doing stuff like that with his friends? Like, he for sure was. Ooh, it's giving skin. It's giving skin. I love this foundation. This is the new e.l.f. Halo Glow. The one that's all over TikTok. The only reason why I got it is because it was the cheapest one at the Target that I was at. That's the only reason why I got it. I'm cheap in certain aspects, and makeup is one of them because I rarely wear makeup. I don't know what else I should talk about. This is why, like, a part of me didn't want to do a chit chat get ready with me, because I feel like it's so easy to forget what to talk about or to go on like random tangents, which I feel like I've been doing this whole time. But also the very funny thing about this is I'm just thinking about how miserable I'm about to be editing this video, because this is a whole talking video and I have to edit it and like get rid of parts where I just repeat myself or I'm going on a tangent about something that's like really not that important. I mean, it's important to me, so I guess that's the way I should look at it. I wanted to talk about, or can we just talk about, even though it's just me in here, how amazing it is that more people are getting into creating content, like more everyday people. It's honestly so refreshing because it doesn't feel like we're constantly looking at a facade of people. It's great because I feel like everyone has some topic or something about them that could help another person. I feel like that's why it's so important to have people who in content creation who are not necessarily in content creation to just like show a facade of their life. You know, you should be showing real parts of your life, even if it's boring. I notice still a lot of people are a little scared about posting because it's really embarrassing. I'm going to be honest with you. It feels so embarrassing. And I'm speaking from my personal experience. But it feels extremely embarrassing, especially if you work really hard on a video and it doesn't get a lot of views, or if you're doing a video and it's extremely personal and you're just like not getting a lot of views. But you have to look at it from a positive perspective and not a negative perspective. First of all, posting in itself is a big accomplishment. Second of all, like, it's not going to be perfect your first try, and you're not going to get 1 million views your first try. Most of the people who get big and like randomly like just have like 1 million followers or just have like a video that started trending, a lot of times those people really struggle to keep an engaged audience because it was just really a fluke. It was nothing more than that. It takes work and effort, but it also takes getting out of your comfort zone. But like I'm saying, focus on the positives and not the negatives. One of the positives is, like, sometimes I will admit I do get sad because not a lot of people watch my video. Part of me looks at it as this is so therapeutic filming these videos, and I love filming them. I have so much fun filming them, and I'm uncomfortable for such a short period of time. But when I sit down and I edit my videos, I'm actually very proud of myself for filming these videos and getting out of my comfort zone. Not only that, I'm learning skills with the camera that I got. On top of that, girl, I'm learning editing skills, Photoshop, using video editors. I'm learning so many skills, and I'm having so much fun doing it. So there's no reason for me to sit here and be like, oh my god, it sucks that nobody watched my videos. Because you want to know what? Who cares? Like, I already got the benefit of posting. The views are just a plus. Oh my god. Now it's crunch time. I wonder if I like talked about enough for this chit chat get ready with me. Did I talk enough for this to be like a full video? I don't know. It's really hard for me to film these videos. I don't really get personal with anyone, and honestly I don't go out of my way to have conversations with people, so it's very hard for me to film videos like this. But I'm glad I did it. Right now I'm in a freaking rush. I thought I had enough time. Turns out I did not. And here I am rushing to get the freaking dress on. And my fiance's gonna be here in a couple minutes. So This one I'm wearing, it's a Skims dress dupe on Amazon. And these white heels, and they're cute, but this one's dirty, and I haven't been able to clean what is on it off of it. But we're just gonna have to wear a dirty heel.